Hello again and welcome to another Bob's Vlog. It's a very beautiful bank holiday Saturday, so I'm back on the island and we're proving our reputation as one of the sunniest and loveliest parts of Britain this bank holiday. I've got a few things for you. Firstly, I have a really lovely bank holiday, so I hope everyone takes 3 days off and actually enjoys themselves. South West Rail. I spoke to South West Railways last week. They're preparing their final options document for the Department of Transport, and I'm broadly supportive of what they want to do, and I think they've certainly got good intentions. What I want to see is a maximum amount of investment to set up the railway to succeed over the longest possible time, and I want some other commitments as well, just about the rolling stock, about what they're going to do working with Network Rail on Ryde Pier and potential extensions of the line as well. But that is, I think, looking hopeful that actually we're going to get much more improvement in Island Line, which I think is very important. Yesterday I held surgeries in the morning, and it was good to see people. Met with Vestas and talked to them about all the great things that they're planning to do, including they're making some investments in Forley over on the mainland, which is very good news for our plant here, because it means their supply chain is closer to where the blades are being made down on the Medina. Spoke again with the leader of the council, Dave Stewart, and the chief executive about our options for the 3 development sites in Cowes. There is an ongoing discussion about this, and I'm concerned about the lack of activity for some of the planning permission, for some of the schemes that have been given planning permission. And I want to see movement on those schemes. And what is most important is that when we go to central government, that we need the council, myself, Cowes Harbour Commission and the shipbuilding businesses on the island have a common position and that we argue for a common agenda. So that's what we're trying to sort now. Final point, we have a debate next week on the economics of UK islands. We've organised this, I organised this through my all-party parliamentary group on islands that I set up when I became a Member of Parliament last June. It's almost a year ago. We all put in for the debate, about half a dozen of us, all the MPs that are members of the APPG, and one of them, Alan Mack from Hampshire, who's got Hayling Island. Not quite an island in the same way that the Isle of Wight is, but he very kindly put in for the debate as well. It's a lottery who gets it. He was called to lead the debate, but it's great because that means we get yet another debate in Parliament in Westminster Hall, the second parliamentary chamber, so I get to talk about what's important to me, which is the Isle of Wight and the economics of the Isle of Wight. There are some things that we need to argue for: greater support and frankly greater interest from central government in the island and greater investment from them as well, but also to champion and tell the Treasury and other government departments about the great stuff we're doing on the island, our plans for broadband, what we're doing with shipbuilding on the island, but also what we're doing, our clusters of excellence in the composites space and with Vestas and BAE, etc. And with BAE, I think there's also an argument that I'll be making, that I made to a government minister earlier this week, about making sure that we get a radar development plan to make sure that we continue to invest in BAE in Cowes. So that's all from me for this weekend. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will speak to you next week after the debate, and I'll have a chat with you about how I think the debate went and what can come out of it and how we follow that up to make sure that we continue to deliver for the island. I'm delighted, by the way, that we got the Arts Council extra funding. So we're now a priority area for the island, which means that we can bid for more money from the Arts Council, and we've got an increased chance of getting more money back from the Arts Council as well for arts projects on the island. And that is important, not only for art in itself, but for education, for regeneration and for quality of life on the island as well, because these jobs in the cultural sector are really important and we need to get them because they're jobs for the future and they help with quality of life, but also with the tourism economy, with regeneration, with education. So I'm delighted about that. Great. Enjoy the bank holiday weekend and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.